Um, Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another class on AutoCAD 2D. Sorry, I haven't been uploading videos lately. It's just that I have been busy, so that's why I didn't produce more videos. Okay, so in today's class, we'll be looking at group and block width attributes. So let's have a summary of what we'll be doing today. So let's have a summary of what we're doing today. So the first we're going to be starting with the group. What is a group? So a group is like an English word when you kind of classify people into groups, like classification. You are joining a particular number of objects or people together. So that means by grouping. So look at these four objects. This one particularly is a rectangle. This is a circle, and this is a block. This is a block, and also this is a block. So that means that this is a bed, and this is also a two-chair sofa. Yeah. So mostly is used by civil engineers or interior designers, to place them on their floor plans. So when I hover over one of the objects, you see that all the objects also hover. So if I select, you see that all the objects have been selected. The object has been selected because I have grouped them together in one group. So we'll be looking at how to group objects together, and also we'll see how we can remove an object from a group, and also you can see how to add a name to a particular group. Okay, so then we move on to blocks with attributes. So this is kind of let me use the word magic. So this is sorry for this, is just for this is a floor plan, but not this is kind of a school hostel floor plan. Forget I didn't add the doors and other properties or other things that should make it a sensible design. I just want to use this to explain what I have in mind today. So I didn't just I just did something like this to show something. So this is not actually a sensible floor plan. So I have this room, and you can see here we have room O1, and these are other rooms. So since it's a hostel, so I believe they'll be having the same kind of bed arrangements and other things. That's is an assumption. So I have this bed and the two sofa chair. So if I want to also place this same stuff here in this room here, and also in this room here too, and in this room too. So what will I do? This is the block panel. So I want to insert a block. So if I should click on this here, click on this room, then I drop this here. So you see a screen pops up, and is requiring or is asking me to enter the room number. So the first one started with 01, so I think the next one should be 02. So when I click this, I have this to be the 02. Then if I come to this insert again, pick it again, click on this two, it will now require me to enter the room number. I enter the third one, which is the third room. And if I start again, if I come here to insert the block, it will require me to enter the room number also. So this is one of the attributes with blocks. So, and we'll be looking in this class, we'll be looking at how to create something like this, that when you start a block, it will require you put down some information. So after that, I'll also be showing you how to create this nameplate. So this nameplate, something like this. So if I come to this place, also come to this block attributes, okay, come to this nameplate, then once I click on this drawing area, then this pops up also asking me to enter some information. So I can just type in some name. It's asking for the name. If Chuku. Okay, the other one is asking for department, civil. So this is kind of a nameplate. When I insert the nameplate, it will actually ask me to enter some informations. So let's say this is floor plan that I'm drawing as the title of my drawing. So which date? Let me say 23rd. Okay, 2022. Then let's see, I use a scale of 1:100. Okay, I click OK. So you see that this is actually what pops up. Okay, I think there's an error here because of the text size. I think I didn't use the text size there. I think there's an error. So basically, and I'll correct that later. So basically, this is what we'll be doing in today's class. So I'll be showing you how to create something like this. Okay, so let's remove this. So let's delete all of this. Okay, so I will show you how to create all this. So having summarized what we'll be doing today, let's start first on the group. Okay, so I actually want to group these objects together. So if you come to the ribbon area, come to this place, you are seeing group, and under this you have a group. And once you click on this here, that means you want to group objects together. And when you come to this place, you have the ungroup or explode. So when you want to make use of this is when you have objects grouped together and you want to separate them, you use explode. And this is also group edit. So we're looking at all that. So I want to group objects together, so I come to this place and I'm required to select the object. So I want to group the first three objects here. So I selected and press enter. You see I've actually grouped these objects together. I've actually grouped them together. Okay, that is when you want to group an object. And you actually don't want the group to be in the group manager. Yeah, so you don't have to be saved in the group manager. So we group this without adding name to the group, to the group objects, without adding name to it. Let's say I want to add name to this object I want to group together. Let's say I want to add name. Okay, let's say I want to add name. If I click on this group, if you look down here, you see name description. That is, if you want to enter the name of the grouped object. So if I type in n, it will require me to enter the name of the group. So let's say I want to name the group CV and enter. So it's now require me to select the object I want to group. If I select that, then press enter, then the object has been grouped and with a name. So if I come to this group here, this group panel here, and click on this arrow here, you will see a group manager. If I click on the group manager, you see the name of the group I've created. You see the name of the group I've created. So that is grouping, and you want to actually add name to the grouped object. You want to actually add name to that. So, and that is one way of doing that. Okay, so that is that. Then I group this one, and I also want to join this object here to this ones here. I want to actually group them together. So what I'll do is I'll come to this place, come to the group edit. Okay, the first one, if you follow the instruction under the cursor, you see select the object, that is the object you want to actually edit. If I select this, and if you look down here, you see remove, add objects, rename objects. So if you want to actually change the name of the object, you can rename that. If you want to actually remove objects from the grouped ones, or if you want to add, so I actually want to add, I click on add, I select the objects I want to add. So I've selected the objects and enter. When I click on enter, you see that the objects have been selected. So when I select this, and I want to break them apart, so when I do that, I'll go to ungroup or explode. Once I do that, you see that the object has been ungrouped or has been exploded. So because the object has been ungrouped or exploded, you see that the name or the grouped object, the name of the grouped object has disappeared. So once you explode them or ungroup, the name disappears. Okay, so I think that is all for group. So let's come to blocks with attributes. So how can we do that? Okay, so what we can do is, okay, let me actually get rid of all this. Let me delete all of this. Let me delete all of this. So that we can start again. So let me move this one too. Let me move this. Okay. 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 So when you come to this insert, and you see can see that the one I created is still here. So let me actually remove it from here so that we create a fresh one. So type in purge. Okay, purge, enter. A new window will pop up. Okay, you can see under this I have the blocks, and under the blocks you have this nameplate. So under the nameplate I can actually purge that. Okay, so I've purged that. So when what does it mean by purging is kind of removing the blocks you have created. So if you want to remove the objects, you go to the purge and select the one you want to remove, and click, follow the instructions, and you have the objects purged or deleted. Place that. So what we do now is we type in. Okay, so let's use add some text. Escape, sorry. So we add some text. This is where I actually want the text to be placed, so it depends on you, it's your choice. I type in room number, to A. So I don't actually need to beautify this, just for me to show what we actually want to do. Sorry, room number. Okay, so that's this. Let me reduce the size of this. Okay, let's reduce to 300 if possible. Okay, 300 will be okay. Enter. Okay, stretch it a little bit, move down a little bit here. So having done this, the next step is to group them together. So I select these ones, select this one, select the text too, then group. You see that it has been grouped together. So after grouping them together, I convert it to blocks. Convert it to block, actually not blocks. Convert it to a block. Convert it to a block. So convert it to a block. So if I click on this place here, if I come here and click on this place, and this pops up. So what is the name of the block? So let's see, hostel room. Let's say hostel room. So hostel room, then specify your base point. Click on this place. I select this place as my base point. Select the object. I click on this and select this. So I select this, then I press enter. Then make sure none of this is checked here. Press OK. It has been converted to block. So the next step is I select this, I right click and come to this place, edit block in place. Edit block in place. So what I need to edit is actually the hostel room, which is being selected. Okay. And once that is done, you notice that all other ones becomes shallow while this one becomes thicker, because that is actually what we want to edit. So then to add the magical aspect of that is when you add the block and a number, or the room number is being asked. You are being asked to enter a room number. So what do I do is you use what we call the attribute definition. If I type double T, and this is what comes up, this is attribute definition. If I click on this, it's asking for a tag which is room number, and can just put on anything here. Okay, the text height, because we used 300 to write that one, so let's say everything to be in order. I have to actually use 300 so that will be of the same height. Press OK. Okay. Okay, sorry, I misplaced that. Sorry, I misplaced this. So this should have this CO. You have CO, and this should have the room number. Okay, then come to this place and then place that. So come to this place, the ribbon area, and under this edit you see save changes. So click on this, you click on other that too, and we are done. So you can, since we are done, we can delete this. And sorry, we can delete this. Can delete it. Sorry, I think I converted the line and all that with this. Okay, then come to this place. You can see that here. So this is what we created. So this is the new one we created here. If I select that, come to this place and drop, so you see that it's asking me for a room number 01 and the room number 01. Okay, come to this place, insert block again, and you have this asking me again for the room number 02. So you can continue doing that till the end of the room you actually want to start to. So that is it for this one. Let me show you the nameplate. Let me show you the nameplate. So you see the same way or the same pattern. So I can just let me draw a rectangle. Okay, let me copy this of the same size. Copy. Okay. So if you first have to create what you want to actually convert to a block, you have to create something you want to convert to a block. So I'm trying to create this. So select this one. So let me just make use of this. Okay. Okay, then let's say name. Okay, so I can equally copy that. Okay, so I need to change this to department. Just it depends what you want to create, but I'm just using for the purpose of this class. I'll be using that department. Okay, also we can equally use let's say title. Okay, think something should be here. Okay, we have created that. So since we have done this, the first thing is we convert it to groups. So I've turned this to a group. The next one is to convert it to a block. Come to this place, you create a block. What is the name of the block? Let's say okay, let me name it nameplate. Nameplate. Okay, that is the name. Then specify your base point. You click on this pick point. Okay, I want this to be my base point. Select the objects. You click here and you select that. Press enter. Make sure nothing is checked here. Leave it empty. Click OK. Oh, it's a nameplate already defined as a block in the drawing. We like to redefine. Okay, let me define that. Okay, so this has been converted to a block. This has been converted to a block. So this has been converted to a block. Let's see where it is. Okay, I think we redefined this. Yeah, we redefined that. So it's here. So it has been converted to a block. So after it has been converted to a block, we select the objects and right click to edit in block place the nameplate. Okay, nameplate. Okay, so you see that it's the only one that becomes so visible. So you type in your att, but which is we give you the attributes definition, enter. Then you can now start doing what we did before. Let me use CO. The prompt, what we ask you, name. Prompt is like what we ask you to enter. I said okay. Come to this place and drop that. Then so the same thing, attribute definition. You keep repeating that. Let me just use mo. It depends. Just you can continue using what to use. Department. Okay, come to this place, drop that. So repeat the same thing. UO, whatever you want to add there, just then title. Okay, place that here. I think this should be moved a little bit so that they will align. Okay, escape. Let me actually move this one. That all will be on the same line. All will be on the same line. Okay, come to this edit, save changes, press OK, then we are done. You can equally delete this. Okay, or if you don't want to do it is okay. So you come to create a block, and the nameplate, you start something. Okay, I think this is not actually the one we created. Wow, I should have polished all that. It's actually confusing. That's something with what we have done. Okay, where are you? Okay, let me click on this one. Yeah, so this is it actually. Yeah. So once I click on this, it will require me to enter my name. Let's say a maker, department, let's say civil, floor plan, floor plan, floor plan. Okay, you press OK, and this appears here. Okay, so that is very beautiful. So you can also repeat that also here. Once you click on the drawing area or wherever you want to place it, you'll be asked to input in some details. Okay, so that is it for today. So remember to subscribe to our channel, like the videos, and hit the notification button so that when I upload new video you'll be notified about it. Thanks for your time and have a wonderful day.